Hi guys, we're going to start, we did our integers review yesterday, so we're going to start on a new chapter today. We're finally in algebra, so I told you we would get there. Today's the day, we're starting. Okay, it's not as hard as you think. I think today, once you see the stuff, you're going to be like, I can do this, easy peasy. Okay, so we're just going to work with variables and expressions today. And so when we're talking about expression, I know it sounds like a really fancy word. You know what it is already. So an expression is just a mathematical phrase with only numbers and operation symbols. So like plus, minus, multiply, divide. Okay, and then I'm not going to be able to get the division symbol on here, so I'm just going to type it out. Okay, and also I want you to be really, really careful about using that X as your multiplication symbol. Honestly, I don't want you to do it anymore, and if I could get it on here, I'm honestly not even going to use the X as multiplication. I'm just going to type out multiply, because I want you instead, when you're multiplying two numbers, I want you to start using the dot or two parentheses. So I want you to use the dot or like two parentheses to say that you're multiplying, okay? No more using the X to mean multiplication. It's just going to confuse you because we're starting algebra today and we're using letters now. So don't do it. Okay? And then when we're talking about a variable. So a variable is a symbol that can represent one or more numbers. And when we're talking about a variable, it's a letter. We're always going to use a letter in algebra, so it'll be a letter of the alphabet. Okay. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you examples in the exact format that your assignment is going to be in, okay? So for instance, our first expression today might look something like solve. Here's our first example. It might be something like solve for 2 times x, where x is equal to 7. And this is how it's going to look on your page today. So basically all you have to do is x is 7. You plug in 7 for x and you get 2 times 7 equals 14. That's literally all you have to do. It's like normal adding, multiplying, dividing, subtracting. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, if I have 6 plus y, where y is equal to 15. All I do is I plug in my 15 for y, and I get 6 plus 15 equals 21. Simple as that. Okay. Also, don't be forgetting about your order of operations, okay? So before we move on to the next one, I am going to write you a little note. Don't forget order of operations. So remember, that's your PEMDAS. Your please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide, left to right, add and subtract, left to right. So I'm going to write your little arrows so you remember the left to right on those guys. Okay? Okay, so here I'm going to throw in one where you have to remember order of operations. Okay. So we have 2x minus 8, where x is equal to 11. So you're going to plug in 11 for x, and now all of a sudden you get 2 times 11 minus 8. Remember, multiplying comes before subtracting, so we need to do this first. We need to do 2 times 11 is 22. 22 now minus 8 is 14, and that would be our final answer. So order of operations is really key there. Okay. Let's do one that is 5x divided by 7 when x is equal to 7. Okay, so first thing we need to do, plug in 7 for our x. So we get 5 times 7 divided by 7. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're going left to right because all we have is multiplication, division. 5 times 7 is 35. 35 divided by 7 is 5. It's our final answer. Okay, let's do 56 minus 4x, and x is equal to 10. Okay, so we need to plug in our 10 to our x first, and that gets us 4 times 10. Okay. What I would just say is do our multiplication first. So take this 4 times 10, and that's 40. And so now you still have your 56 minus 40 equals 16 as your final answer. You could have gotten really complicated, and you could have grouped it in a different way, and you could have taken a negative 4 times 10, which would have gotten you negative 40. 56 plus a negative 40 is still 16. Don't overcomplicate it. But if you did it that way, that's totally fine. And if you feel like you're getting this, don't forget that you can just pause the video and then you can try it out yourself and then play it back when you think you have it done and solved and see if you got it correct. Okay. Let's see. So if you have 4y minus 3w, so I'm tossing in two variables there. Y is equal to 4 and w is equal to 2. Okay, so we're going to put in 4 for y, so that's where that one's going to go. And we're going to put in 2 for w. Okay, so we're going to get 4 times 4 minus 3 times 2. So we're going to do our multiplications first. We're going to do 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 2 is 6. Don't forget about that subtraction. And we get 16 minus 6 equals 10 as our final answer. Gonna try out one more with you guys. And sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get everything covered. Okay, let's do, oh, I have an idea. Let's do Z times 4 minus another Z, okay? And Z is equal to 8, okay? So we're gonna plug in 8 twice. We need to plug it in up here, and we also need to plug it in there. So we have 8 times 4 minus 8. We need to do our multiplication first. So we have 8 times 4 is 32, minus 8 gets us a final answer of 24. Okay? So all you're doing, it's giving you exactly what the variables are asking for. It's always, well, in today's lesson, it's going to tell you what the value of the variable is, and all you have to do is plug it in and solve it using order of operations. Okay? So I've set up something a little bit different because I feel like some of you are ready to be challenged and you want to go at a faster pace, and I want to help you with that. So I have set up 2 different assignments for today, and you get to choose which assignment you would like to do. They are both the same number of questions. One covers just the basics of the lesson. It would be just like a normal worksheet. The other, I would say, is a challenge worksheet. And it has the same number of questions as the normal one, but it goes more into depth, and it kind of, it throws in some integers and it throws in some negative numbers in there. And so if you're ready for a challenge and you think you can do it, I would highly suggest that you choose the challenge page. You can do this, and I believe that you can do it. There is a bonus for if you choose the challenge. If you choose the challenge, so if you choose the challenge page over the normal worksheet, you will get 2 extra bonus points regardless. So you could miss 2 on that page and still get a 100%. So that's what you have to weigh. Are you going to stick it safe and stay with the normal page, or are you going to push yourself and try that challenge page because you know you're going to get 2 extra credit points anyway? I would suggest you at least look at both, try them out, see if you can get them, okay? It's up to you. I will put both of those assignments up on Teams, and then you just choose whichever one you're going to do, and then submit it there, okay? So go on Teams, it'll be a Teams assignment, and just choose which one you're going to do, if you're going to do the regular or the challenge page, and then only submit the one that you choose. You don't even have to worry about filling out the other one.